Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. And we begin with the founder of Jelly Belly Jelly Beans dangling a national treasure hunt and the keys to a candy factory in front of every sugar-loving American. To be sure, the details of this super sweet contest are a bit sticky. At its heart is David Klein, longtime Candyman and soon-to-retire owner of Candyman Kitchens. Hoping to go out with a bang, the Willy Wonka wannabe is hiding one gold-colored dog tag in every state. Each finder gets $5,000 and a chance to search for the ultimate treasure, ownership of one of Klein's candy factories, an all-expenses-paid trip, and a candy-making course at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. The catch? It's pay to play. Getting the riddle that might lead you to the first tag costs $49.99. The rest of the fine print can be found at www.thegoldticket.com. It's one of the more unusual sporting milestones we've reported here on KidNuz. A man in Kansas just broke his own world record for running a mile backwards. 34-year-old Aaron Yoder is a track and field coach at Bethany College. He started running in reverse a few years ago because of knee damage and never looked back. According to Aaron, it's easier on the knees, strengthens hip flexors, and improves posture. But the challenge? You can't see behind you. Aaron admits he's fallen down quite a few times, but always seems to bounce right back up again. His new record time is 1 mile backwards in 5 minutes, 30 seconds. We all know police officers wear bulletproof vests, just in case. But did you know most police dogs don't? 10-year-old Brady Snakowski of Ohio figured that out 2 years ago while watching a TV show and quickly made it his mission to supply protective gear to as many four-legged patrols as possible. So far, Brady's nonprofit Canine Fund has outfitted more than 257 police and military dogs in the U.S., Canada, and overseas. His favorite is Benny because the pooch's handler was so thankful he cried. Brady's good deeds don't stop with the vests. He also helped restore his neighborhood park, so police have a place to give their pups a good workout. Apparently, not everyone is happy with the streaming release of Disney's much-anticipated movie, Mulan. One issue is an old tweet by its biggest star. Last summer, Liu Yifei posted support for the police crackdown in Hong Kong. That didn't sit well with those pushing for more democracy there. Others point to the movie's credits, specifically where Disney thanks the Chinese government for helping it film in a province with allegations of human rights abuses. One prominent activist is calling for a boycott of the film, a request that seems to be picking up steam on social. So far, Disney hasn't commented. It's not often that a roller coaster needs a bear crossing sign, but one in Tennessee just might be the exception. Video from the Anakeesta Mountaintop Park in Gatlinburg shows a mama bear and 2 cubs climbing up and onto some tracks, just as a rider comes barreling down the hill. Fortunately, the riders themselves can control the speed, and this particular driver was smart enough to slow to a crawl while the bear family made its way to the other side. According to rangers, seeing bears in the adventure park is not unusual because Anakeesta borders the Great Smoky Mountains. But seeing bears on the roller coaster tracks? 10 million views on TikTok suggests that is indeed out of the ordinary. Colin Kaepernick is back, not on the field, but on the wildly popular Madden video game. EA Sports announced yesterday that the out-of-work quarterback will be included in this year's edition of Madden NFL for the first time since 2016, which is the first year he took a knee during the national anthem to protest police brutality, and the last year he played in the NFL. That's it for KidNuz this morning. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What's the fine print in a candy mogul's nationwide treasure hunt? You have to pay $49.99 to play. How many vests has Brady's Canine Fund supplied? 257. Some activists are calling on a boycott of what movie? Mulan. What's the new record for running a mile backwards? 5 minutes, 30 seconds. In One for the Road, a lesson in how not to kill a fly. An 80-year-old Frenchman was minding his own business, just trying to eat dinner, when the pesky insect made his buzzy presence known. The elderly gentleman grabbed his trusty electric fly swatter and went after it, not realizing his home had a gas leak. A little spark from the device triggered a blast that blew apart his kitchen and a good chunk of his roof. Fortunately, the senior swatter made it out with just a burn on his hand. The fate of the fly, however, is unknown. Before we go, we have birthday shout-outs for Sebastian in Washington, D.C., Lila in Anchorage, Alaska, Quinn in Bend, Oregon, to Illinois for Reese in Polo and Ishani in Mount Prospect, and California for Ahil in Fremont and McKenna in Moreno Valley. And a big hello to Ms. DiLorenzo and her students at Carrillo Elementary in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.